Not at all. Tell me I feel like the greatest. Don't say be humble, I patiently waited. All of this love and I ain't even made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hope College and Adrian College have many proud traditions, but sportsmanship is not one of them. The student-athletes' involvement in intercollegiate activities contributes to the development of their core values of fairness, integrity, honesty, and respect. These values are an integral part of a competitive yet positive game environment. Hope College, Adrian College, the MIAA, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by its student-athletes, its coaches, and spectators.
Good evening and welcome to DeVos Fieldhouse, the site of tonight's MIAA basketball contest between the Bulldogs of Adrian College and the Hope College Flying Dutchman. I'm Jordan George alongside color commentary extraordinaire Matt Wayner, and we are really excited to bring this one to you tonight. Should be an exciting Wednesday night edition of MIAA basketball, and honestly, no place I'd rather be here on a Wednesday night than DeVos Fieldhouse.
You got that right. I mean, we're talking about a huge MIAA game, and this is the type of thing, Jordan, where we got to see Hope get a victory tonight if they want to have an opportunity to stay within the race to win the MIAA and try and have a little bit of a postseason. It's now or never time, baby. So at 8-7, Hope College has some work to do.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting start here for the Flying Dutchman. A little bit of a roller coaster here in the early MIAA season, you could call it. Hope started the MIAA season heading to Angola, Indiana to face Trine, and lost in double overtime there, a game that they felt they let slip through their grasp. And since then, it's been win-loss for the Flying Dutchman, including a drubbing against rival Calvin. Bounced back against Albion a few days ago at Albion in a tough place to play. They won that one by over 20 points. So maybe Hope is gaining a little bit of confidence here. This is an Adrian team that is looking for some confidence after losing 9 of their last 11. Good opportunity for Hope here at home to get back on track as they head into the rest of MIAA play.
That's right, and I had the opportunity to have a nice conversation with Coach Mitchell yesterday as he gave me a little bit of time to talk about what he expects from this team, and the word that kept coming up is urgency. He said we kind of have this undefeated mentality now, and he said, Matt, you know, we're a team that we're used to having our backs against the wall. We played our best basketball, and I don't know what that says about us. I don't know what that says about our identity, but he said it's kind of a group that we like to be in this position. So I don't know what that will say for tonight for Hope College, but it's good to hear, even after, you know, he said that was probably one of the worst losses that I've had in my career, and one of the worst as a Hope College fan to see the Dutch lose to Calvin by 32 last Wednesday. So he said coming off of that, he said we kind of had this mentality now where we feel like it's urgency, it's an undefeated mentality. So let's get very appreciative of the time that he was able to give me, and just to hear a little bit more of a spark in his voice, to hear that he's excited about you know, this team that's faced so much adversity, and tonight not having Tanner or Eli is going to hurt, but they've been in this position, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is an Adrian team that you have to classify as dangerous. This is a Bulldog team that, as I said, has lost 9 of their last 11, but their most recent game last Saturday, they played Calvin at home and lost by only 5 in a back-and-forth game. I had a chance to talk to Adrian College assistant Pete Smith, Hope College graduate, and Pete told me that that one was back and forth, and they felt really good about their effort there. He feels like they may be turning a little bit of a corner, are the Bulldogs, and this is a Bulldog team that plays extremely fast. We're going to look out for number 2, Diavion Price, the sophomore from Port Huron today. He's their leading scorer on the season, and in the last 5 games, he has scored more than 20 points in each of those last 5 games. So going to be an entertaining player to watch and a tough player for Hope to hold down. I have a feeling that we're in for a real dogfight here against the Bulldogs.
I think so too. I think there's no place you'd rather be than on your couch at home listening to this ball game tonight, because we have a huge MIAA matchup, and Adrian's record is not indicative of how strong of a team this is.
Yeah,
offensively.
no way.
And as Coach Mitchell had said, you know, it's a team that they're going to have elite guard play, and that's something Hope traditionally has struggled with, is playing teams teams that have two ball-heavy guards that they like to drive a lot, and they're going to initiate a ton of offense, and they're going to give them a ton of trouble past that half-court line, picking them up so early. And Hope, what are they going to want to do? Get that ball down to Quillen and get them going early and often. If Quillen can get to 20 and 10, we're in really good shape.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting ball game between two teams that are really looking to find their identity here early in the season. I think there's been some times where they've had flashes of what they can be, but these are two teams that are really looking early to establish their identity, find their identity. It's going to be a pretty telling game here this Wednesday evening in DeVos Fieldhouse. Well, we're going to kick it to the national anthem and the starting lineups by PA announcer Darren Dystemars. We'll be back in just a few minutes here from DeVos Fieldhouse, Bulldogs and Dutchmen.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome Hope College freshman, Miss Mary Krause.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mary Krause. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for today's MIAA contest between the Bulldogs of Adrian College and your Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Bulldogs at 1 forward, a 6'3" junior from Genoa, Ohio, number 3, Michael Reitnauer. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'4" senior from Okemos, number 24, Evan Thomas. At 1 forward for the Bulldogs, a 6'4" sophomore from Tiffin, Ohio, number 10, Nick Seifert. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'7" sophomore from Harbor Springs, number 44, Ben Wagar. Starting at center for the Bulldogs, a 6'6" senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 13, Kendall Bellamy. And at center for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'9" sophomore from Ada, number 33, Gabe Quillen. At 1 guard for the Bulldogs, a 6'2" sophomore from Port Huron, number 2, Adrian Price. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutchman, a 5'10" freshman from Lansing, number 1, Marcus Orman. And at the final guard spot for the Bulldogs, a 6' sophomore from Grand Blanc, number 20, Josh Recksteiner. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutchman, a 5'11" senior from Zeeland, number 0, Clayton Dykehouse. Adrian College is coached by Tim Kaiser. Hope College is coached by Greg Mitchell. Your officials this evening are Nufo Perez, Doug Diekman, and Ben Hall.
you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Well, it's just about go time here from DeVos Fieldhouse that's been suddenly injected with a little bit of energy here as we're ready to tip this one off between the Bulldogs and the Dutchmen. Bit of a different starting lineup here for the Flying Dutchman here tonight. Ben Wagar, sophomore from Petoskey High School, getting the start in place of the injured Tanner Wiggerink. Hope also down Eli Schoonveld here this evening. Thomas on the left wing into Quillen. I think they're going to want to get it to him early and often. Skip pass, Marcus Warman. Here's Dykehouse on the left wing. Probing the defense. Nice pass in there to Thomas. 10 on the shot clock for the Flying Dutchman. Thomas, left hand, couldn't get it. Adrian will go the other way.
Not a bad look, and you like to see early them try to get that down to Quillen. He just got pushed off the block a little bit. If he can get established, that'll help them.
And here's the Avion Price. In talking with the Adrian coaching staff, they're going to run a lot through him. 20 or more points per game in his last 5 for the sophomore, Diavion Price. Cypher trying to corral this one. It was tipped away by Wagar. 5 on the shot clock for the Bulldogs. Kick out attempt. That's Rexsteiner. Rexsteiner, deep triple for the sophomore to put Adrian up 3-0. Here comes Hope the other way, trying to answer. Thomas, curl into the middle of the lane. That one's tipped away. Hope's able to collect it. Swings around the outside early here for the Flying Dutchman. Thomas on the left wing, returning MIAA MVP. Kick out, that one's tipped away by Rexsteiner. He's gonna go the other way. Couldn't finish, the sophomore Rexsteiner. Hope will run the other way, and Wagar able to collect that one from Dykehouse. Warman, triple try. No good, and here come the Bulldogs. Fast and furious first couple minutes here from DeVos. Oh, Diavion Price couldn't quite finish that one, and we'll go the other way.
A little sloppy to start, just kind of stagnant. I mean, the pace is all there, but it just doesn't look very disciplined yet.
Here's Quillen on the left block. He's working on Bellamy. Kick out try, Wagar, he can shoot it from outside. Yes, he can. Ben Wagar opens the scoring for the Flying Dutchman, evens the score at 3.
Good confident shot right there as they double down on Quillen like they plan to do. If we can hit open shots, totally different ball game.
Wagar 5 of 8 on the season from the 3-point line. Continues his positive trend. Bulldogs are going to get a fresh 20 here on the offensive rebound. Here's Bellamy. Working on Quillen. Kick out to Price, the go-to guy for the Bulldogs. Nice defense from the freshman Warman. Rexsteiner here. 5 on the shot clock, working on Dykehouse. Bellamy got Quillen into the air, barely got it off, and I'll say that's a foul on Thomas. Got him with the body on the baseline.
I'm not sure where he got him, as they're all trying to wonder it too. He thought, ref and the clarification just thought he was a little bit too much with a push, but Bellamy here at the free throw line.
Yeah, Coach Mitchell didn't quite agree with that one. It was a good defensive trip by the Flying Dutchman. 29 seconds of solid defense, and then bailed him out there on the baseline. Say he was shooting, so Bellamy misses the first one. Bellamy, the graduate student, has spent a few years here with the Bulldogs. Originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, the 6'6", fifth-year student. Here comes Hope the other way. Hope down 4-3 early, trying to find their offensive rhythm. Something that the Flying Dutchman really struggled with against Calvin a week ago, but found their footing at Albion. Dykehouse got the membership bounce there to put Hope up 5-4. The senior Dykehouse pulls from 15 and hits.
Like that look there from Dykehouse. This Adrian team, Jordan, they're 4-11, but they haven't really played like it. I mean, they lost some close ones, but they're a team that's got guys. As you're going to see, I mean, Price 16.5 a game, Seifert is 10 a game, and Sheffy adds another 9. I mean, you got guys that can score, as you can tell in this game. This isn't going to be an easy route for Hope.
No chance. And the way they play makes it tough to guard them, too. They go full dribble drive, meaning they want to spread the defense out, and they're not shy. Each player will take tough, contested shots, and there's an example right there from Diavion Price, who averages just around 17 points per game, knocks it in to give Adrian the 6-5 lead. Warman, left-hand dribble. He's working on Seifert. Seifert, good defender. Here's Quillen, one-on-one with Bellamy. Tried to kick out to Warman. That one's intercepted. Sloppy play early here by the Flying Dutchman. Price tried the floater.
So it's on the other end of the court, Jordan. It's man-to-man, but they're doing way heavy help side. I mean, they're sagging way off to be on Quillen.
Warman, corner triple by Marcus Warman. That's going to be important here early for Hope. Like you said, Matt, big-time help side by Adrian. If Hope can knock in their outside shots early, it's going to be huge to open things up for the Flying Dutchman.
Adrian's just going to keep that open. They're going to make them shoot through that because they'd rather that than get killed in the post.
Here's Price. They'll say that one was on the floor. Price really impressed early by his ability to turn the corner.
It's one of the things in that conversation I had with Coach Mitchell. He had said, you know, these teams that we're playing in the MIAA, when they're scouting us, they see what Quillen's doing, and when they're watching the tape, they're saying, hey, we have to find a way to either front him or get that ball out of the post, push him off the block, because when he gets going, that makes everybody else get going. I think it's been a big part of what's been successful, but also, you know, something that Hope has to plan for now, too.
Nice pass inside there by Price. He hit Chase Fields, the freshman from San Angelo, Texas, who had just checked in at the last break. Price knocks in 2 to tie the score at 8. Good kick-out try here for Harris Hawkins. Couldn't hit, but look at the extra effort. Cheney able to force the extra possession. That's nice extra hustle play there by the Flying Dutchman.
Cheney been so valuable as the second big, the first one to come off the bench. Athletic drive there by Thomas. Like I was saying, I mean, Cheney's a guy that, as they've done so well, his second effort and be able to come off the bench and play those valuable minutes and attack the glass is huge for them.
Yeah, especially with a guy like Quillen, because you know that Hope's going to go to Quillen early, and Quillen might need a break here at about the 5-minute mark. Really valuable to have that next big off the bench. And even more so tonight with no Tanner Wigerink there in the starting lineup. Evan Thomas heads to the line. Thomas, who sat for a few weeks with injury earlier this season, had a hand injury, and you'll still see that it's still taped up there on his left hand. He'll adjust it now and then. He's trying to find his stride here, averaging 17 points per game. Funny to say that he's trying to find his stride when he's averaging 17.
Yeah.
Cheney just so active right there and tips it out. Adrian will go the other way, but you got to love the early effort there from Devin Cheney. Here comes Adrian. It's been a fast-moving first 5 minutes here. Diavion Price going to trigger the offense for the Bulldogs. Kick-out try here. Here's Reitnauer inside. Chance Fields couldn't hit that one. Like the early aggressiveness, though, from the freshman Fields.
Gotta love these Cheney minutes. I feel like I say that every game.
Yeah. Thomas working on Price. Price, really sturdy defense there. Over to Warman. Bang, bang call. They'll say Warman as he was going up. It was a blocking foul. See if he was within the restricted area there. That might have been the call. Warman will head to the free throw line with a chance for 2.
A little bit of careless effort trying to go up there. I'm glad he didn't get called for the charge, but I just don't think the defender was totally set up. So we go to the replay here and see good find by E.T. Yeah, he just didn't look totally planted on the ground there.
Yeah, interesting. They're going to say that foul was on the ground, so Hope's going to take it on the baseline. Out to Cheney. Here's Thomas, top of the key. Yeah, that's his bread and butter right there for Evan Thomas.
Anytime he wants to.
Yeah, automatic right there from 15 feet. Left elbow gives Hope a 3-point lead. I'm just going to have to turn off the defense here early. Adrian seemed comfortable here in the first 5 minutes. Swing over to Sheffy. Victor Sheffy, top of the key. Over to Fields. Now Sheffy, 10 on the shot clock for the Bulldogs. Cheney came out to hedge, and they'll say that Cheney a little bit too physical there. Adrian will get a fresh 20. They'll take it on the side. In checks in TJ McKenzie.
TJ starting off the year red hot from 3. He was shooting 43% going in 12 games. Last few, not shot it near as well. But what you love about him is he'll continue to provide an offensive spark, and they're going to need it. I mean, without 2 starters, he's going to have to play 20-plus minutes tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's going to be relied on heavily. He's cooled off a little bit from 3 in the past few games, as you said. 2 on the shot clock. Price doesn't realize it, gets it up. That's going to be a shot clock violation. No rim on that one. Nice defensive stand by the Flying Dutchman. Maybe that'll build some momentum here for Hope.
It's funny how, I mean, at this point in the season, too, I mean, Coach Mitchell thinking about, I mean, we're down 2 starters. We've been fighting injuries all year. ET just coming back. And it's almost a good thing in the ways of getting more guys opportunities to find what they can do and get them going, then more difficult when you don't have guys that you need to rely on.
Yes, 100%. 100%. The thing that I'm really noticing here early, Matt, Evan Thomas seems much more aggressive than I've seen him in the last few. He a lot of times catching right at the top of the key and then going right or left hard trying to get to that basket. He looks like he has a certain look in his eye right now in this one.
I completely agree, and what you want to see from him is a better mix of stuff that's going to be on ball and off ball.
Hope wild possession here. Man, back and forth we went. It'll eventually end with Adrian basketball. A couple different tips and tries by both teams. Adrian will take possession. They'll go the other way.
So you can see that wild possession. Cheney gets it up, and then a wonderful job out of bounds. It could have been off the foot there of Josh Jordan, but it's going to be Adrian Ball. And Jordan, as I was saying, I mean, ET can have a little bit of a mix of coming off ball, coming off screens to shoot, and also some stuff that he'll create. I think that's a better mix than just him creating his own thing.
Here's Adrian on the offensive end. Seifert working on Cheney. Might be a little bit of a mismatch for the Bulldogs. Kick out try. That one is good. 24, Kendall Chrisman. Sophomore knocks it in, ties the score 11. We've been airtight here early between both these squads. Dykehouse really pushed the pace there. Was able to turn the corner on Jonathan Duvall.
As you see there, looks like he's getting him. You can see a little bit of that arm there by Duvall. He just gets beat, and the only thing he thinks he can do is just push him off so that he doesn't get beat to the basket. Really not a bad foul by Duvall. Otherwise, you're just giving up an easy 2.
Yeah, Dykehouse had a seam there. Quillen's checked back in. Another new substitution is Andrew Leeper. Leeper, the freshman from Fort Wayne. McKenzie, top of the key, 10 on the shot clock. Oh, attack mode. TJ McKenzie got right to the backboard, lays it in with the right hand to give Hope the lead.
That was lightning quick.
Yeah, you could tell. Right when he got to about 18 feet, he said, I'm turning the corner, getting right to the backboard and finishing. Flying Dutchman lead by 2. Pearson stopping at 8 feet. They're going to say shuffle his feet there. Good defense there by Andrew Leeper. Leeper, the Fort Wayne Homestead product. Same high school as Teddy Ray, Chris Ray, a couple of Hope greats, and he was a pretty highly touted recruit coming in. He's gotten a little bit of time on the JV squad as well.
Homestead, a traditionally great basketball powerhouse, many state championships in their history.
Warman off, but there's Andrew Leeper once again. A couple of big plays by the freshman here early. Warman into Quillen. Quillen has Seifert on him. That's a mismatch for the big man. Laid it in with the left, couldn't hit. They'll say he got hit, though. He'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Bulldogs foul number 10, Nick Seifert.
Go back to that. As we can see here on the replay there, you thought they were going to get a little bit of help. So, I mean, it's really good defense there by Seifert. And really, I mean, that he didn't even need too much of the help side. They were so worried about him doing that backside dish. But let's go back to that defensive possession there by Leeper. Really, that's just the old adage, can I get my guy that I'm guarding to make one move? If you got to make him make one move, then he's thinking a little bit less about that shot. You get him up out of his feet. Sometimes I think when you're that much on an island in isolation, that's all you got to think mentally is, can I just force this guy to have to move the ball one time and switch hands at least?
Yeah, no doubt about it. You did a really good job of just walling up there at about 8 feet, forcing a tough shot, and ended up as a travel for Adrian. Hope leads by 4. Needs to string together some good defensive stops here. Here's Seifert, left elbow, working on Quillen. Kick out, good ball movement by the Bulldogs. Pearson drives with the right, couldn't hit. Good contest again there by Leeper. Here comes Warman. Warman to Quillen. Good ball movement. McKenzie, left corner, triple. TJ McKenzie knocks it in. Just what the doctor ordered here early for TJ McKenzie. Hope leads by 7, and we have an Adrian timeout.
Wow, wonderful shot there by McKenzie. I was just getting ready to say, I mean, Warman's really coming into his own. You see him commanding. He sees that open look. He's able to get it out. McKenzie, even with a hand in his face, you need him to be confident, no hesitation.
Yeah, generally for Hope, when they get into the paint, good things happen for this squad. So Warman able to go left hand, 2-foot jump stop into the paint, kick out for an open TJ McKenzie 3. Would be really big for Hope here early to get TJ rolling. He's a guy that whenever he's in there, he's going to be a high volume shooter. He's going to shoot quite a bit. Shoots a ton of threes and started the season off really nicely from 3 and has cooled off recently. Big shot from McKenzie as Hope leads here by 7. Matt, in your conversation with Coach Mitchell yesterday, what are some other things that might have come up in terms of just how he sees this team at this point of the season? And really awesome that you were able to talk to him. What else did you maybe glean from that conversation?
I think the main thing for him, communicating is to his team. Every practice needs to be lights out, and in every game we need to be ready to go. There's no more opportunities for little mistakes and mental mistakes, because at this point in the season they see it as, a win here. They got to win every game pretty much, or it's season over. So that's the way he sees it. I think that's the most important thing for him, is just seeing can we be a team that can be near it at the end? Can we get a second shot at Calvin and take care of that?
Leeper checks out, Wager back in. Nice minutes there from Andrew Leeper. Quillen, 16-foot jumper, just long. Quillen can knock those in. Aggressive shot there from the sophomore. Here's Sheffy working on Thomas. Good defense there by Thomas. Deep kick out. That one's off from Kendall Crispin. Thomas corrals the rebound, and here comes TJ.
Wagner not with a ton of minutes. That's something you got to expect him to know to close out a little bit better there.
McKenzie, a little bit of a wild shot there. He got out in front of his skis a little bit. That one hit no rim, and they'll say that was foul on Wagner.
As you look on the replay there, he just couldn't square up his shoulders very well. He didn't beat his man to the basket. I mean, that's tough. I mean, that's where the jump stop can be huge, so you can look for a little bit of a kick out and maybe have an opportunity for a 3.
Here comes Adrian, gone cold here over the last 2 or 3 minutes. Crispin tried to go to the basket. Good help side there from TJ McKenzie. Clean block. Stay Adrian's way. Seems like Adrian's just gotten a little bit stagnant offensively. Quite a bit of standing around here over the last couple minutes.
I mean, from what I see, I just don't really know what their plan is. When it's not in Davion's hands, I don't know what they really want to do. Like, look right now, it's just some driving, but you want to see a little bit more ball movement if you're them.
Good tip away, deflection by Thomas as Price got trapped in the corner. Here comes McKenzie. Over to Thomas, deep triple try. Evan Thomas knocks it in.
That's just too much room.
100%, 10-point lead here for Hope early. A little bit of momentum on the Flying Dutchman side here. And Hope, about the opposite of what we saw the last time they were in DeVos Fieldhouse. Hot shooting start here for the Flying Dutchman. Here's Bellamy at about 12 feet working on Quillen. Fall away shot by Bellamy. I don't think that's what head coach Tim Kaiser wanted on that one.
The offensive woes continue for Adrian.
Really nice find in there by Thomas. That one's poked away. Here comes Crispin. He's taking on the whole Hope team, lays it in with the left hand.
That was the first bucket since it was 11-11 with 15 to play. So Hope on a 10-2 run right now.
Here's Thomas, high ball screen with Quillen. Good job of getting into the paint, kick out. Wagar, the Flying Dutchman, and Fuego here early from deep. Hope leads by 11.
You need that from Wagar. You need him to feel that that's his shot. You need him to understand that. That's huge.
Here's Crispin, working on Wagar. Oh, got Wagar in the air. Crispin really finding his footing here over the last minute or so. Really aggressive. Thomas stops. Step back triple by Thomas. Couldn't hit. Quillen Skies for the board. Goes up. No call. Here's Wagar. No call. And we'll go the other way. Hope Big so active on the offensive glass right now as Hope leads by 9. Sheffy finding himself in no man's land a little bit there. Here's Price. Nice pass inside to Bellamy. Bellamy fall away shot. 4-0 run here by Adrian. And Coach Greg Mitchell is going to get a timeout. That'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break here from DeVos Fieldhouse. We'll be right back. Hope leads 24-17. And we're back here from DeVos Fieldhouse. Nice battle going on between the Flying Dutchman and the Bulldogs. Hope up 24-17 here about halfway through half number one.
Rex Steiner checks back in. He hit that early three. Want to see them get it to him a little bit more for some open looks. A lot more on-ball pressure. Is this a little bit of maybe a 1-3-1?
Yeah, Bulldogs coming out in a little bit of a 1-3-1. They're willing to trap out of it, too. You can tell Rex Steiner really running at the ball hard. Cheney, fall-away shot. How about that, Devin Cheney? That's a weight room move there for Devin Cheney. Got right to the rim. Hope leads by 9.
That's what you want. If you get that ball in the middle on the 1-3-1, you get a little bit of that ISO you like.
Turnover there, miscommunication by Price. And he really reaches in on that one. Thomas will be fouled, and Hope will take it on the baseline.
I don't love that foul by Price. If you're him, I don't know what the plan is there. I mean, you're a guy that I don't know what getting that steal right there is worth. So we get Mims in the ball game here for Hope. See what he can do. He's been relatively quiet the last few games, played a lot more minutes.
Yeah, Mims is a really interesting player. Another freshman that's gotten some action here for Hope, and he's really known as an energy guy for the Flying Dutchman. First time I ever saw him at practice, I was really blown away by just how he talks constantly on the floor. He would never stop talking, and then really active hands as well. So Mims is a guy that Coach Mitchell throws in there to just really inject some energy into this Flying Dutchman squad. Taking a look at some stats here on this one, the number that has to jump out at you is three-point shooting for Hope. Hope is 5 of 8 from three-point land. Big departure from what they've been here recently, especially most notably in that game against Calvin. And hopefully Hope trying to find a little bit of their offensive footing. They put up over 90 points against Albion just a few days ago, and this one, hot offensive start for the Flying Dutchman.
That's right, and 26-17, the Hope College lead. I think if you're Hope College, you just want to consistently be a team that if you can get it down that low post, I think when you respond to this 1-3-1, it's can we pass through it a little bit? There's always going to be that open jump shot. It just depends how much. They're probably going to have Bellamy play at the top of that and just be really disruptive with his hands. So you got to trust your guards to move the ball around if you want to break that 1-3-1.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what head coach Tim Kaiser decides to do here defensively. I like the switch up out of the timeout. I think timeouts are really awesome times to just change defenses, just for a trip or two, just for a possession or two, because the other team is drawing up probably a man-to-man set. So it's a nice call there by Tim Kaiser, the second-year coach for Adrian. It looks like Diavion Price is going to have to sit momentarily. It looks like he's bleeding, so Hope training staff getting him bandaged up. Nice baseline out of bounds. That Thomas with a little duck in there, smiling as he heads back down the court. Hope up 11. Here's Sheffy. Stops, foot on the three-point line, couldn't hit. Cheney corrals the board, and here comes Hope. Thomas, who has 6 early points here for the Flying Dutchman, stops at the elbow. Short on that one. Thought he was hit, did Thomas. Here comes Adrian. Rex Steiner, aggressive left-hand dribble. They're going to say that's a travel, and Coach Tim Kaiser does not agree. Let's take a look at that replay.
There. Yeah, as you see on the replay, could have been a push. They get him for the travel as you see his feet moving, but if you don't see it on the body, then it is a travel. But I thought there was a bit of a push there in the midsection at least. Here's Dykhouse. Let's see what Hope wants to draw up here, getting out.
Yeah, looks like they're getting to a set here. Dykhouse high ball screen.
Back in man.
Job by Cheney, rolling to the basket. 15 on the shot clock. Wager over to Clayton. Dykhouse inside to Cheney. Cheney. Adrian wants a 3-second call. Yeah, and they're going to get it. They asked for it. And it'll be a 3-second call there on the far side. Cheney was camping out in there, and you can hear Coach Greg Mitchell just screaming, shoot the ball, shoot the ball.
Yeah, everybody could hear that. He's just standing in the middle of the lane, and he had an opportunity to go up strong with it.
Here's Nick Seifert. Weave action here early from Adrian. Sheffy over to Seifert, and just some offensive disconnectedness here by Adrian early. You can tell they have a plan on some possessions, then just a little bit of miscommunication, and that one heads out of bounds.
Right, just like you said, I mean, that's the main thing I see from Adrian is I think they've strung together some tough defensive possessions. Offensively, they got to come up with a plan. I mean, Hope's not going to be, Hope's shooting it well, but they can't win this game with 45 points. So
Dykhouse inside to Cheney. Cheney finds himself caught again. Dykhouse, logo 3, that one just short. Adrian, this one's a track meet. Really, when either team gets the rebound, they're going to attack on either end. Yeah, they'll say Dykhouse with a little bit of a push there on Victor Sheffy. Sheffy as he tried to drive baseline.
So a little bit on the body. We'll see if they're going to try and get Dykhouse out of the ball game, but it's Quillen come in for Cheney. Dykhouse just has one. Nobody on Hope's team in foul trouble just yet, which is good. Under 6 to play.
Also for the line, number 24, Evan Thomas.
This is just a classic MIAA matchup, though, for us. I mean, versus when you watched that game against Calvin last week, I mean, they had 2 guys that are very, very good offensive player. I mean, both of these teams really not so much to do offensively near as much as what we saw from that game.
Yeah, 2 pretty well-rounded ball clubs here going at it. Here's Fields, 12 on the shot clock. Seifert out top. He averages about 10.5 points per game. Sheffy, deep triple try. That one's off. Dykhouse skies for the board, goes the other way himself. Here's Dykhouse, slow offensive start for him. Got into the paint, yeah, shuffled his foot there as Dykhouse found himself amongst the trees in the paint. It'll be Adrian basketball as Hope leads by 11.
Greg Snyder's going to take a break on the bench for Adrian. Price, the opportunity to come back. He got taken care of by the training staff. So that's huge if you're a Bulldog fan.
Yeah, we got to look for Price here to be aggressive right away. He only has 2 points, a guy that averages right around 17, and right on cue, Price getting right to the basket. It's a guy who has taken 15 or more shots in the last 5 games, so we know he's going to be aggressive here moving forward.
Mims trying to learn, too, from that possession. He just got up in the air. I think if he stays grounded, he probably doesn't get called for that foul.
Yeah, that's Mims. That's his biggest asset. Is just he is lightning quick defensively. So he'll continue to take advantage of that. Freshman year, ton of growth for all these guys, getting big time minutes. So Justice Mims will check out. Marcus Warman checks in, fellow freshman. Price knocked in the first one. He'll try to cut this Hope lead to 9. Can't do it off on the second. Hope leads by 10. Trying to close off this half strong as we have about 5 minutes left in half number 1.
Definitely got bumped in the face by Evan Thomas' elbow there.
Thomas, right wing, thought about the triple, couldn't hit. And they'll say it's a travel there as he Greg Mitchell doesn't agree on that one. That one's always a tough one when a player is on his backside like that. The travel call can be a tricky one.
So the referee and Coach Mitchell going back and forth.
Coach Mitchell still letting him have it there on the baseline.
And we don't want one of those games where you see where Coach Mitchell sometimes gets a little bit excited. You know, Coach George and the sideline trying to help him calm down, rein him back in. as head coaches, Coach George with all that head coaching experience knows what it's like to be in the middle of that moment and bring him back in.
The heat of the ball game. Right now, inside to Seifert. Seifert, an offensive key for the Bulldogs who hasn't quite gotten going yet. That one's just short. Nice rebound there by Rechsteiner, out top to Price. Nice block there by McKenzie. That one sends it into the third row for McKenzie as Price hit the decks hard.
Wow, he's gotten hit hard a few times. That would have been a clean block if he didn't get him on the body.
I think they called it a clean block, actually.
So they don't get McKenzie on that foul. As we look at the replay here, see that nice block. Oh, he landed hard.
Man, yeah, right on his back there. Price, a guy that Hope is undoubtedly focused on the offensive end, and for good reason, just like that. Price, such a difficult shot, 14 feet, fall away, plus the foul. Diavion Price, the sophomore from Port Huron, excellent move.
And that looks somewhat personal.
Yeah, no doubt, returning the favor. McKenzie had him beat the first time, and then Price went one-on-one right there on the baseline.
I think it's going to be a whole lot of Price takeover here for the remainder of the first half. He likes to do a lot of it creating his own ball. He doesn't shoot much off ball. So, I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of him, whoever that is guarding him, if it's Dykhouse or if it's McKenzie or Werman, going to need a little bit of help side.
Dykhouse looking inside to Quillen. Quillen had position and then had vacated his spot. Ball was in the air. Hope leads by 7. Pretty pivotal 4 minutes here for both squads. Fall away shot. Crispin, that one's good. A couple difficult takes by the Adrian Bulldogs and cuts this Hope lead to 5 all of a sudden.
It's getting quiet in here.
Yeah, you feel like the energy has kind of been zapped out of the building, and another Hope turnover. Here comes Price. Kick out try. Rechsteiner's going to calm down the offensive possession. They're going to go right at Marcus Warman here with Kendall Crispin. Warman, nice poke away by the freshman. He'll take it himself. Out to McKenzie. McKenzie, difficult right wing 3. Just off, and new life here for the Flying Dutchman with the offensive rebound.
Huge change of energy right there to get that offensive rebound.
Oh, Warman.
Wow. Great take by Werman.
Yeah, how about the body control? The freshman just hung in the air, defying gravity there. Triple try. Not sure that's the Adrian shot they wanted. Tim Kaiser frustrated at that one. Hope leads by 7. Good pass by Dykhouse into Quillen. Couldn't handle it. Will stay Hope basketball.
Getting a little bit chaotic again here. Both teams are just pushing the ball. It's an outrageous pace right now. Hawkins now coming back in the ball game to McKenzie. But man, Jordan, from what I'm seeing here, 30-23, it's relatively low scoring. We haven't seen, both teams just kind of stringing together a few good offensive possessions, but nothing that's been consistent yet.
Yeah, physicality is the name of the game here early. You can tell Adrian's keyed in on Thomas. They've been physical with him. Hope keyed in on Price. This is a man's game right here. These guys are just really battling inside and outside. Price, 16-foot shot, couldn't hit. Here comes Hope. Dykhouse, oh, nifty dribbling by the senior. He takes the contact, the hoop and the harm, Dykhouse.
Wow, and you can see the stare down from Dykhouse.
A little bit of emotion.
Yeah, it's getting tense in here. You can feel it. You can see the crowd starting to get in it. See the 3-man decide to show up here for Hope. So let's see if the Duke crew can get in a little bit. It can't only be Calvin games, Jordan. It can't only come to Calvin games.
Dykhouse, free throw try, knocks it in. Excellent free throw shooter is Clayton Dykhouse, the senior from Zeeland East. Hope leads by 10. It's been really hovering here around 5 to 10 for the last 10 minutes or so. See if either team is able to go on a little run here in the last 2 minutes. Poke away try by Dykhouse. The official on the baseline, that's veteran official Arnulfo Perez.
I feel like I've been seeing him at Hope games since I was about 7 years old.
Yeah, he has been around the block, that is for sure. He does high-level high school games, then a bunch of Division II stuff. You'll see him doing Grand Valley games, Ferris State games, things like that as well. And he's done quite a few Hope Calvin games. He's ultra experience for games like this that are physical and back and forth. Crispin unable to finish that one, but poke away by the Bulldogs gives them new life. Man, this one has just been ragged, back and forth. Couple different possessions where both teams have tried to corral it multiple different times. Hope leads by 10, taken down towards 2 minutes to play here in half number 1.
See the Price ISO. You can all see it coming.
Outside Crispin. Crispin on the right wing. Thomas doing a good job on him, and a nice poke away there by Gabe Quillen. 7 on the shot clock. Interesting spot here for the Bulldogs, taking it out on the baseline. Got to have a baseline out of bounds play that's a little bit of a quick hitter here with 7 on the shot clock. Rex Steiner's going to trigger the inbound. Out to Price. 5 on the shot clock. He's working on Warman. Nice defensive stand by Marcus Warman, but Price, wow. Impossible shot. My goodness, that was from about 18 feet. Almost hit the rafters as it went up and cuts the Hope lead to 8. Yeah, Quillen has been battling here for the last minute or so with Chase Fields inside, and they're going to get Fields on a grab.
No pun intended. It is becoming a dogfight, like you said. I mean, it's just so physical. Bellamy now coming in the ball game, and I'm afraid that might favor Adrian against his physical. I mean, Hope has such good low post play. Adrian trying to take that away from them, but they're just really good at staying tough on whoever they're guarding. I mean, they haven't had to go back to that 1-3-1.
Hawkins, big time play. Those are the type of plays that help you win ball games there. Hawkins gives Hope the extra possession. Here's Warman up top. 10 on the shot clock. Warman stops. Deep triple, couldn't hit. But who else is there but Harris Hawkins? Hawkins, the senior, big time play, gives Hope the 10-point lead.
Huge play there by Hawkins.
Hawkins, senior from Lexington, Kentucky. He's been kind of a do-everything guy for Hope. Picks up the loose ball. Nice pass by McKenzie. Quillen, patient move by Gabe Quillen. Quillen gives Hope the 12-point lead. Hope over these last 2 minutes putting their foot on the gas.
If they can stay 12-14 here, just stop. Expect Price to be the one to shoot it.
Here's Price, top of the key, over to Rex Steiner. They're looking inside. There's TJ McKenzie, Johnny on the spot. He'll go himself, then wisely pulls it out. Hope's gonna run the offense. Hawkins, kick out. McKenzie, triple try. Oh, thought the roof was gonna blow off this place on that one. And how about Hope on the offensive boards? Gives Hope a fresh 20, does Evan Thomas. 10 on the shot clock for Hope with about 30 seconds left in this one. Thomas, 6 on the shot clock, stops at 19 feet, couldn't hit. Quillen really battling inside. Looks like he might have turned his ankle there. Hopefully he's all right, jogging back. 17 on the shot clock, Price. Corner kick out. There's Seifert, stops. Oh, nice pass, couldn't hit. Good Crispin, and here comes Hope. 7 on the game clock for Warman. He's probably gonna take it himself here. 3 on the game clock, stops, and hits Marcus Warman, the freshman. Big time play. Hope leads by 14 at the half over the Adrian Bulldogs.
39-25. You'd say, I mean, this is low scoring. Low scoring, man.
Yeah, this is the type of game where I recommend any high school basketball player that you think that maybe Division III is below your level or anything like that. Come see a game like this in person and see just how physical this is. This is guys that are 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", just throwing their bodies around for 20 minutes in a row.
And it's the kind of thing that we're seeing here in that first half when somebody like Marcus Warman, who is such a good offensive player, he's so quick and he can create his own shot. He's struggling to get by Cheffy. I mean, it's hard for him to get the shot that he wants, and they're needing, Dykhouse a ton to be able to distribute. But I think what I want to see here a little bit more in the second half is Hope string together some really good defensive possessions when Price wants to get going. Like I said, it doesn't look like Adrian has a real big offensive plan. It's Price, go get 17, and we'll figure out some more. But they're going to need some if they want to get back from a 14-point deficit.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Price is the straw that stirs the drink for the Adrian Bulldogs, and so far it's been all hope here in the last 5 minutes of the first half. 39-25, the Flying Dutchman lead over the Adrian Bulldogs. We'll be back in about 15 minutes from DeVos Fieldhouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you will,
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all, by serving with anchored conviction, using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most. Hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world, and hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.
Every day, the people of Hope College are
leading,
discovering,
believing,
dreaming,
pursuing,
serving,
innovating,
exploring,
creating,
collaborating,
questioning,
curing.
We are finding new ways to do old things.
We are challenging the status quo
and building a legacy.
We are pursuing truth.
We are solving tomorrow's problems today.
We are thinking globally.
We are faithfully hoping.
We are celebrating victories.
This day and every day.
We are strengthened by our faith.
Bound by a shared commitment to building community.
And dedicated to providing our students with a world-class liberal arts education.
Faithful.
Welcoming. Transformational.
This is Hope College.
We know it wasn't what you expected. An entire year filled with uncertainty, confusion, doubt, and tension. There was loss. There was pain. We all felt the fear and the grief. An entire year wondering, is this the new normal? Will everything be all right? Yet, it was also a year filled with determination, community, innovation, and resilience. When it seemed like all was lost, we found ourselves gaining new gifts, perspectives, and purpose. We found a new appreciation for a stranger's smile, stayed connected even from afar. We had time to learn something new or revisit an old love. This year reminded us to cherish our unity, our identity, rooted in Christ as we welcome an undefined future together. And so, we return to pushing the limits of human knowledge, pushing ourselves to unknown potential, to shared passions, pursuing wisdom, and passing on traditions. We're returning to wonder, to worship, to a world where hope has a new meaning. And though it was never really gone, hope is back. And hope changes everything.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
An important moment in American history. There's some big questions on the table, such as how do we indeed become a land of opportunity for all rather than a land of privilege for a few? And the answer to that question is being decided, not just in the political arena and not just through cultural conversations. The answer to that question is being decided, perhaps most importantly of all, through the admissions and financial aid processes on college campuses across the country. Because higher education has the potential to indeed make us a land of opportunity for all. Higher education can be the great equalizer. We spend a lot of time talking about income inequality, but at the end of the day, income is the outcome. What we ought to be talking about is education inequality. Higher education can be the great equalizer. Research shows this. There's an economist at Harvard named Raj Chetty, and his research shows that a student who comes from a low-income background and a student who comes from a high-income background, if they attend the same college or university, they have nearly identical opportunities for success after they graduate. But the problem, of course, is that those students don't attend the same colleges and universities. And another economist, Carolyn Hoxby at Stanford, shows that one of the main reasons that students who would be eligible to attend great universities and often would be eligible for financial aid, one of the main reasons they don't attend is the price, the sticker price. The sticker price scares people off. And what we're seeing now, because there's new data out, new data shows that many high schoolers are eliminating colleges from consideration because of the price, because of the posted price. In fact, data out this year shows that 73% of high schoolers eliminated college from consideration because of the posted price. And that number, 73%, is up from 68% last year and up from 56% 2 years ago. Access to higher education is a problem. But what we see at Hope College is that there's another problem, which is access to a life of impact after students graduate. Because the students who do find their way into higher education too oftentimes, are burdened by debt. And that debt skews the kind of things that students are doing after they graduate. Too often students, because they have so much debt, are chasing income rather than pursuing a life of impact. And they're chasing income because they have to pay off their debt. Hope Forward is a vision that we have at Hope College that will eliminate these problems of access. Hope Forward gives all students at Hope College access to a great education that's fully funded up front. And then it gives them access to a life of impact after they graduate because they're not burdened by debt. It asks students to pay for their education through gifts after they graduate rather than a large tuition bill up front. And for us at Hope College, this will move the mission of Hope forward to new heights. But we also think this might be a new national model for higher education. We think this vision might be a model that could work at other places to help indeed make this country a land of opportunity for all.
We're here live from Voss Fieldhouse. Matt Wayner alongside Jordan George, recapping that first half action. Wow, track meet, 39-25. Adrian only on pace for 50 points. They gotta score 40 plus if they want to be in this game at the end. 40 plus in the second half, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right, Matt. It's been an interesting game because it feels like it's been very high possession, and then you look at the scoreboard, and it's been, about average for Hope and below average for Adrian. It's, been back and forth. And I was talking to a couple different people during the break, and the thing that they said was that, man, just the physicality is standing out, and both these teams really aren't yielding an inch to each other. Looking at stats for Adrian, it's really been a two-headed monster. It's been Kendall Crispin with 9 points and Diavion Price with 8. Those are two players that Hope's going to have to key in on. And from talking to the Adrian coaching staff before the game, word for word, they said, we are going to play through Diavion Price. So that's what I expect in the second half for the Bulldogs. And for Hope, pretty balanced attack. Shooting well from 3, 5 of 12 from three-point line. And I think offensive rebounds have been huge for Hope, too. They have 8 offensive rebounds. That's a recipe for success for this Hope team.
Yeah, and you got to think, too, Hope being a team that, looking first half, shooting 47 from the field, 41% from 3. They're shooting versus, Adrian 34% and 25% from 3. Hope, that's the reason they're up 14, but you want to think this game feels a lot closer than that.
100%. Yeah. If you're just joining us at halftime, this is not a wide 14-point margin. This one has been back and forth, and I expect a second half very similar to the first half, and that it's going to be pretty tight. I don't see either team really pulling away in this one with just how physical and back and forth it's been throughout the first 20 minutes.
I expect a lot of Price. I think it's going to be a lot of Price. I'd get going with some sort of high ball screen type situation, and just see if you can get him just a little bit of room to shoot over and make some good decisions, because I think he needs 20 plus for Adrian to get back in this. Wagger back in the lineup there. We got our starting 5 for Hope. Love that first half from him. He hit a couple of threes. See if he can get going again here in the second.
Good news for Hope fans. Gabe Quillen is back out there for the second half. He's a little bit hobbled, but looked like he might have turned his ankle at the end of the first, so he's out there. It is okay. Oh, nice move there, and good start for the Bulldogs. Nick Seifert took 2 big steps and then laid it in with the left hand over Ben Wagar. And here's Dykhouse. I think a big key for Hope moving forward is, can they avoid stagnant possessions? Hope sometimes gets into the habit of some over-dribbling, really bogs them down. Lob inside to Quillen, 10 on the shot clock.
He's doubled.
Oh, and that was a nice defensive play there by Rechsteiner. Kick out try here. Reitnauer knocks it in. 5-0 run for the Bulldogs here to start the second half, and that's exactly what you want if you're an Adrian fan.
And to cut that lead to 9, less than a minute into the second half is huge.
It was defense and offense for the Bulldogs. Here's Thomas, top of the key, over to Dykhouse, 15 on the shot clock. Dykhouse, step in triple. That one was deep, just long, and here comes Adrian.
They're rotating so much better this half than they did first half.
Price inside, tried to lay that one in. Thought that could have been a goaltend. I thought that one went backboard first, and then Quillen made contact with it. Wagar, corner triple. Yes, Ben Wagar. The sophomore from up north knocks it in. He has 12. He gives Hope the 12-point lead here in the second half.
Huge shot by Wagar. Keep shooting him, big fella.
Here comes Adrian. Reitnauer, who just hit the corner 3. Over to Rechsteiner. Rechsteiner on the left wing. About 10 on the shot clock here for the Bulldogs. Kick out try. Here's Price, go-to guy for the Bulldogs, knocks it in. And that one's too easy for Diavion Price. He's going to knock that in just about every time. 11 points for the sophomore. Here comes Hope. Dykhouse, aggressive take. Couldn't hit. Here comes Adrian. Rechsteiner, who's been a staple in the lineup here tonight. That's just an unforced error from the Bulldogs. That's the plays that are going to hurt them here down the stretch.
Yeah, and you can see the adjustments Adrian made. I mean, they're moving so much better offensively and defensively. It just looks like they came out and they said, we know that we're going to have to be more aggressive in order to have control of this ballgame.
A little bit of a pause in the action here. Tim Kaiser, Adrian coaches, having a quick conversation with the officials as Price ties a shoe. Here comes Hope the other way. Marcus Warman, pretty involved first half for Warman, 7 points for the freshman. Handoff to Thomas. Tip away there by Nick Seifert. He's been a stalwart defensively for the Bulldogs. Left block Quillen. Strong move by Quillen, just short. I like they're going into him early, though.
Right idea, and he had some options, too, out there, so you want to keep going down to that. No reason to go away.
Here's Seifert, left wing, working on Ben Wagar. Seifert, that's just such a difficult shot. Been really impressed by his game. The sophomore averages 10.5. He has 4.
You can feel this momentum shifting. Hope needs to really get control of it here.
Yeah, they need to get a real high-quality look. That's a high-quality look to Quillen. Really strong move by the sophomore. Good body control. Lays it in. He has 6 on the evening. And here's Price. The offense is going to run through Diavion Price here in the second half. Bellamy tried the free throw line shot. And Price, right place, right time, couldn't hit. Bellamy there to clean up the mess. Pretty relentless offensive trip by the Adrian Bulldogs, and Tim Kaiser, Adrian head coach, is going to get a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout here from DeVos Piatos. Adrian, some definite life here in the second half as we start. Hope leads by 7, 44-37 over the Adrian Bulldogs.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
Well, at halftime, Matt, we said that we thought we were in for a fight, and I think we have one here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Adrian coming out to play in the second half, cut the Hope lead to 7 in less than 4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian really came out with a plan, and you like the way they're executing. You like that adjustment made by Coach Kaiser there at halftime. Able to move the ball around more, and it's not just been Price. I mean, they're getting multiple players involved, which is extremely helpful for them. Price still leading with 11. But, I mean, they're getting guys going. Guys are hitting open shots.
Here's Dykehouse. Yeah, trap out.
Yeah, they have
the timeout. 1-3-1, the Bulldogs come out in. Another good defensive adjustment there by Coach Kaiser. McKenzie, 14-foot jumper there, a little bit of a fall away. Those are the shots that McKenzie, once he starts making, gets in a real good rhythm.
You have to be aggressive with that. Through the 1-3-1, you got to make decisions quickly and efficiently.
Right wing, that's right now. We're over to Price. Seifert, right block. Out to Bellamy. Bellamy working on Quillen. Strong take by Bellamy, couldn't finish. McKenzie is going to go himself. Kick out, Thomas. Oh, thought about the triple. Warman. Man, it's so quick as Marcus Warman had a great pass into Quillen. Oh, nice rejection there. Out to McKenzie. Oh, McKenzie feeling himself a little bit offensively here in the second half. 5 quick points for TJ McKenzie.
Huge 3 try there to go up 12. Love the confidence out of that with a hand in his face. And that's got a shot. I mean, when McKenzie hits a shot like that, then you can't get mad at him when he has a few that don't go in, because you need him to always be confident.
It seems like every shot that McKenzie makes comes either at a key time or just shifts the momentum in Hope's favor. It's almost like some of those threes are worth 4 points for Hope. He really gets the momentum going, and you can tell brings the energy on both ends for the Flying Dutchman. McKenzie tried the poke away on Price. Price and Thomas battling inside right now. Our pull-up shot from 16. Couldn't hit. Oh, good battle in there. Bellamy got the offensive rebound. Couldn't finish, but you got to love the fight out of Kendall Bellamy. Dykehouse out to Warman. Quillen, McKenzie. Oh, McKenzie with a hand on his face on the left wing. Unconscious is TJ McKenzie. 15-point lead for the Hope Flying Dutchman.
I knew that shot was going up, and I was like, oh, wow. Nothing but nylon.
Price trying to answer, and yeah, I think that's the bread and butter for Adrian. Price just trying to get 2 feet into the lane. He'll head to the free throw line.
Like I said, I mean, I thought we would see a lot of Price. We see this drive here, but it's just, to me, I mean, you're trying to go through 2 men there with Evan on one side and then Quillen, the easy block. I don't know if you're Price. I mean, you got to rely still on some other guys to be able to create the shot that you want and open up a little bit more space for yourself. Down 15, that seemed like a little bit of a rush possession for him.
Price unable to knock in the first one. A couple substitutions here. Wagar is going to check in for Hope. We also have Victor Sheffy, junior out of Flint, Michigan. And Chase Fields checking in, the freshman from San Angelo, Texas. Nice bit of recruiting there from Adrian to get a freshman from San Angelo, Texas.
Yeah. Which guys are going all over the country to fill out his roster.
Nationwide. Evan Thomas, right wing. He was really aggressive to start the game. Good step-through move. That one was blocked, though. Good Adrian defense. Yeah, Wagar got raked across the arm. McKenzie was open there in the corner. McKenzie was yelling for it. If McKenzie knocks in another 3, whew.
Just look at that possession. Good rebound there by Wagar, as we can see on the replay. And he had that. He had his eyes up looking for the corner 3 by McKenzie.
Yeah, you got to be impressed by the Hope bigs here. Thomas, that one was just short on that triple. Hope bigs like Devin Chaney and Wagar, they've just made some big plays, and these are guys that have played huge minutes this year. They've been pretty pivotal tonight in the rebounding effort, and then Wagar scoring quite a bit as well. Oh, nice block there, Ben Wagar. Speaking of, he sends that one back, and Hope goes the other way. Warman, nifty bit of dribbling there.
Seifart's going to get called there. A little bit of the reach on the body, as you can see here on the replay. Warman's so fast, like you said, dribbling right through. And he's probably beat to the bucket. Let's see what Hope can cook up here. Up 12 now.
Yeah, a few pivotal offensive possessions here for Hope to get quality looks. McKenzie, left wing, ripped through. Yeah, nice job by McKenzie. He got ahead of steam, and then really nothing that Cypher could do there. He had to grab him as Cypher was falling to the floor.
It's an amazing feeling to feel like if you're McKenzie here at the top of the key to be like, he has to guard me so deep out because I can hit it, but I know I can beat any 5 players on the court to the basket. That's an amazing feeling. When you establish yourself early with that 3, it creates yourself a whole world of opportunities of getting to the basket.
Yeah, that's the power of Hope's outside shooting too. We've seen it a couple of times when Hope's gone cold shooting offensively from the outside. Teams can pack it in a little bit against the Flying Dutchman, and right now they have to respect that triple try. We got just some excellent floor sweeping going on. That's going to get a rousing round of applause from this friendly DeVos crowd.
Wonderful job there. Is Hope College student job. They always do a terrific job here at DeVos.
Got to give a shout out to our broadcast crew as well. The video replays, top notch.
Well, I mean, when are we going to go through top 5 on-campus jobs, Jordan?
That's should start a podcast, man. We sound like every guy in their mid-20s. Yep. We should start a podcast. How many times have you heard that?
Yeah, I've heard it enough. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
But really, I mean, checking people in at DeVos, that's a top 5 job.
That's big
Floor
time.
sweeper at DeVos.
Weight room with Coach Margaret's, that's a big time job.
I mean, you just sit there and you can do your homework or watch YouTube.
I was a tour guide at Hope. Loved that job. That was a good one.
That's a good on-campus job.
Yes, sir.
I worked at the Cup and Chaucer at the library.
Oh, man, look at this.
I would make coffee, and then I would have people guess the song that I would play on the radio. That was a great on-campus job.
2 Renaissance men here at the scorer's table. We're going to take a quick break. That's a full timeout. Hope leads by 15, 52-37 over the Bulldogs of Adrian. Welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse. Second half action, close to midway through the second half, and what has been a second half that Hope's just kind of held serve here against the Adrian Bulldogs. Back and forth they went in the first half. It's going to be a hold here. I think they're going to get number 4, Jonathan Duvall.
Bulldogs foul number 4, Jonathan Duvall.
Like we were saying, the high level of basketball at D3, but D3 also the only place where you can find a 5'5" guard, find an opportunity in the game. So you love to see that here.
Yeah, I saw Duvall warming up, and I think he made about 8 straight triples. So he's on the roster for a reason, no doubt about that. Cheney, good job by Cheney, getting that 50-50 ball for Hope. 10 on the shot clock. McKenzie tried the deep triple try. That one was off. With about 8 on the shot clock. As Adrian now has possession.
And this is the time in the game where Coach Mitchell, just like he talked about, we talked about before the game and with Coach, he wants to see him string together a few really good possessions. That's not the start of stringing together a few good possessions. Yeah. Defensively, meaning, you know, he wants to see the team be able to have 3, 4, 5 stops in a row.
Victor Sheffy scored that last one, his first basket. Evan Thomas, spin cycle for Thomas. The returning All-American lays it in with the left hand. He has double-digit points on the evening with 10.
It was a beautiful look. You saw that a lot more last year. I know that he was dealing with his hand injury here this year, but a lot more last year of just such good moves with the basketball.
Cypher got to the right block, kick out try. Chrisman able to control it. Out to Chase Fields. Here's Crispin, one dribble, pull-up triple. couldn't hit. Battle for the rebound. And Duvall comes away with it. Oh, a couple great looks for Adrian. Seifert, as open as he'll be all night, couldn't knock it in. Here comes McKenzie, working on Chrisman. Kick out, Warman, the freshman. Yes, Marcus Warman knocks it in. Biggest lead of the ball game for Hope at 18 over the Adrian Bulldogs.
Huge shot by Warman.
Two three-pointers now for Marcus Warman on the evening. Here comes Seifert. He's going to continue to be aggressive. Chrisman, floater, couldn't hit. Wagar wrestles it away. Ben Wagar, he has 9 points tonight, but I really think the points aren't going to be what we're going to talk about at the end of the game. He's just made some big plays and big moments. Thomas tried the left-hand shot, thought there was contact, did Thomas. And here comes Adrian.
Nice pass.
Awkward possession. My goodness, really awkward possession there for Hope. Almost forgot who they were matched up with or didn't match up. And that's an easy 2 for Adrian as Hope leads by 16.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, it's one of those things where in that possession, I mean, you see Hope's trying to figure out if somebody was on the floor or something, and they didn't really get back, and then Adrian just kind of holds the ball. Really, I mean, 11 minutes left in this ball game, Jordan. Do you want to see, if you're Hope, you want to see them string together some good defensive possessions, like I said, and be able to have confidence for Coach Mitchell that they're going to be able to hold a team that really hasn't scored that well. As you see Price checking back in. He struggled a bit here, but they're going to need him. I mean, they're going to need Price to get hot if you're Adrian. But if you're Hope, just continue to be tough, communicate through everything.
Yeah, for Adrian, you can't be content here with trading baskets, right? If you score on the offensive end, going to have to pair it with a defensive stop in order to cut into this lead. The idea of trading baskets here in the last 11 minutes and change isn't going to cut it for the Bulldogs. So going to have to come on both ends. I think we'll get a steady diet of Davion Price for Adrian, guy who averages right around 17 points per game. He's sitting at 11 right now. And defensively, Adrian's going to have to really lock in as well. Well, we're just about ready to go here at DeVos. Key MIAA matchup. Hope sitting at 2-2 in the conference right now. And it's been a really up and down MIAA season for Hope as they started their MIAA run at Trine in Angola, Indiana. Tough place to play. Lost in double overtime in a game that they really thought that they had late in that one. Followed it up with a couple wins and losses, and Hope trying to move above 500 in the conference. There's Hawkins, heady play by the senior, and Warman stops at the three-point line. Unable to hit and chase it down, and finds himself standing on the sideline there. Don't hate the look from Warman. We aren't into the point of the game where every trip has to be a really, really long one. Warman, solid three-point shooter, just couldn't hit that time.
Yeah, I don't mind the look either. I mean, I know McKenzie was calling for it in the corner, but Adrian just didn't get back or rotated. So they had an opportunity for an open look, just didn't fall.
That one tipped away. Hope really opportunistic on defense here. Turnovers have plagued the Bulldogs as they near close to 20 now, does Adrian. Hope struggled with turnovers in the first half as well, at 10 in the first half. A few too many for the Flying Dutchman. Warman, top of the key, working on Kendall Chrisman over to Clayton Dykehouse. Dykehouse over to McKenzie, who has the hot hand. McKenzie just off on that one, and big time rebound by Chase Fields. Here comes Price. He's the guy for Adrian. Yeah, Price wasn't letting anyone stop him. Head of steam, and Davion Price led to the free throw line, try to complete the three-point play.
So we see in the replay here, see Davion just gets Hawkins a little bit off his toes. Hawkins, I guess if he's a little bit to the left, he's probably going to get called for the block either way. But he didn't really have much time to set up for a charge there.
Yeah, nice inside-out dribble, a little bit of hesitation, stop, start.
I really like his game.
Yeah.
I mean, you would like to see him on a team where he doesn't necessarily have to be the first option, but that he can be kind of a score-first guard with a team that has more of a true point. But, I mean, he's a guy, he's just a pure bucket getter.
Adrian came out in the press, and then Dykhouse looking for the lob for Quillen. It was there, but Dykhouse went with the left-hand scoop pass. That one trickles out of bounds. And this one, this game is nowhere close to over 13 points, so still within striking distance. Hope needs to value every possession here and then really lock in on defense. Here's Price. Top of the key. Kick out try. That three just off by Victor Sheffy. And here comes Dykhouse. See if Hope slows the pace here. Out to McKenzie. $15 on the shot clock for Hope. They'll be content to be patient here as the clock ticks down under 10 minutes to play. Yeah, he's gonna get Clayton Dykhouse on a, we'll see if it's a hook or if it's a push off. One of the two. Offensive foul. Yeah, clear out on Clayton Dykhouse. He'll say use the off arm there to clear out the defender. Go the other way.
So, Jordan, I mean, when we're looking at, you and I have watched Hope basketball for, I've been a fan for almost about 10 years. You've watched for a long time as well. What do you say that's different about this team compared to some of the teams that we've had in the last 5 or 6 years?
So, oh man, Davion Price is just
doing it himself.
Yeah, he's in takeover mode. 16 points for Davion Price.
A little Mamba mentality?
Perhaps. 9-point lead for Hope. This one under single digits. Hope needs to be content with getting quality looks. Warman. Nice drive there by Warman. Got to the left hand, just couldn't finish. They'll say there's a little bit of body contact. To answer your question, Matt, a lot of similarities to last year's team, obviously, because a lot of these guys are carryover guys from last year. I see them as a more well-rounded group, perhaps, than we've had in the past. I mean, we've had some teams with All-Americans and D3 Players of the Year, Harrison Blackledge a few years ago. Guys like Jason Beckman, Dante Hawkins come to mind, Preston Granger, all those Hope greats. I think this is a team that when they are fully healthy and when they are playing their best basketball, they play really complementary basketball. The bigs, they don't need to score, but they are capable scorers. The guards don't need to score, but they are capable scorers. And I think when all those things mesh together, this is a team that can make a run at an MIAA championship. A lot of these guys won the MIAA last year in the regular season and the tournament. So this is a group that has it in them. Just a slow start of the season. They've dealt with injuries, trying to mesh together. I think this is a team that can really hit their stride come March.
I like that. I'm all in on that perspective, and from what I see as well, I mean, it's like what Coach Mitchell said. I mean, this is a team that they like having their backs against the wall. They play a little bit better. I mean, they're very tough. I would say this is a tougher Hope team than I've seen in the last 6 or 7 years. And where they lack in some of that offensive output, they're picking up in opportunities to be a lot better defensively than other teams.
Yeah, definitely a tough team. That toughness just needs to manifest itself in consistent defensive stops, and Hope struggled with that at times. If it manifests itself in the right way, this is a really solid Hope team. Quillen, left block kick out. Really great pass there by Gabe Quillen. Great vision. McKenzie couldn't hit.
It's all right. Keep shooting, TJ.
Yep.
He's got it.
Quillen got the offensive rebound inside to Hawkins. Hawkins ultra aggressive there, unable to finish. Here comes Adrian. Oh, nice block. They'll say it hit backboard first. Would be so curious to see a replay on that one. I think the officials got that one correct. Ooh, man, so close. The question is, did the ball hit the backboard first before Quillen made contact with it? We're going to see it one more time. Oh, love the slow-mo.
Great job by the production team.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's
backboard first. Man, production team.
Yeah, kudos. Great job, guys.
I see you, production team. Let's go. Evan Thomas, left-hand dribble. Great trap by Adrian. Might expect a Hope timeout. No timeout comes. Hope able to calmly break the press. 8 minutes remaining here in a frantic ball game. Here comes McKenzie. Oh, man, that's a tough call. Tough call. McKenzie got to like 6 feet or so and fading away. Put that one up.
I don't love that shot selection at that point in the possession by McKenzie. He does get fouled, so he's going to have an opportunity to score here, but when they're still setting up in their 1-3-1, and he doesn't have a good look at the basket there, but finds himself at the free throw line. Opportunity now. TJ McKenzie with 13 on the night.
McKenzie's been an aggressive offensive player here tonight, no doubt about it. It's a guy who has struggled a little bit this year at the free throw line, 9 for 16 on the season. Also just have to, another quick just shout out and kudos that I have to make. This this new video board that we have here at Hope College, this center scoreboard revamped big video board is just it's really remarkable. Anyone that gets a chance to come to DeVos this year, you got to check it out. It gives DeVos a true Division I type feel, to be honest with you. It's first time I saw it, just couldn't believe how clear it was. Great job, the athletics department, everyone that was involved in that. Really excellent addition here to the field house. Here's De'Avion Price, baseline, kick out try, Nick Seifert.
They needed that to fall really bad. So you can see a good look there at the new scoreboard there as they're showing it off. You can see how it's LED now, digital.
Yeah, eventually we'll be able to show replays on it, show live stats. Going to be able to do a lot of really cool things with it. There was an interesting play there that Thomas was fouled by number 4, Jonathan Duvall, and then just about a second later, Thomas, you know, a little bit of a swipe at him or a little bit of a mini push there on Duvall. And
you thought, I mean, it really could have been a technical foul. It didn't look like the refs got a great look at it, but it was right in front of the Adrian bench, and they were visibly really upset by the no call.
Yeah, one of the officials had already turned around, and then the other saw it pretty in clear view and didn't make the call. Tip away here. Here comes Thomas. Thomas had a steam hard foul there. And Victor Sheffy went down. He tripped over the Hope cheerleaders.
I got really nervous. You can see on the replay there,
that was a hard
going
foul.
up. Yeah. You can tell also from them knowing just from that last possession with the little swipe and how this game was starting to get a little ticky between some of these players that I was worried about a little bit of a hard foul there, but everybody's safe.
Yeah, the key in that kind of situation, the big question to ask is, does he go for the ball? You know, you'll see the intentional, the flagrant fouls if it's a push in the back or a push in the side. But Sheffy there went for the ball, so that one will be called just a personal foul as Thomas misses the first free throw. Thomas' second free throw is good. Gives Hope the 14-point lead, but like we've said all night, this is a close 14. A really close 14. It's going to be an exciting last 7.5 minutes here from DeVos. Here's Price. Over to Seifert. Sheffy on the baseline, and they'll say that Thomas pushed a little bit on the baseline.
You can see the replay here. See if he did step out of bounds, and he did. But they're going to get Evan on the push.
Yeah, it looks like about concurrent times where Thomas may have gotten a little bit of a hand check. Seifert to Sheffy. Sheffy on Thomas. This is a fun matchup to watch. Oh, nice pass there by Sheffy. Inside to Seifert. Price. Extra pass. Over to Rechsteiner. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Price. Working on Justice Mims. Step back try. Oh, Price. That was halfway down. Adrian wanted to see that one go.
A good possession here. Under 7 to play. Let's get a good shot look. Leaper in the ball game now.
Yeah, Leaper, freshman, only played a couple minutes in the first half. He's in here in pivotal minutes for the Dutchman.
Same as Mims, the freshman, these are important minutes for them.
Dykehouse, left wing, 8 on the shot clock. Over to Mims. 5 on the shot clock, gonna have to go. Oh man, Price
he is lightning quick. Holy.
Price and Thomas battling inside, and they'll say that Price held Thomas underneath, away from the ball. I feel like a little bit of a broken record, Matt, but we've just over and over said this has been a physical, knockdown, drag-out ball game. Not the prettiest at times, but man, it feels like a little bit of a boxing match here where it's just blow after blow.
And with 6:30 to play, too, you got to consider really every possession matters at this point, and if you're Adrian down 14, you got to string together good offensive possessions, and if you're Hope, keep your head about you, because this is a team that, you know, you can't allow the emotions of that to draw you towards making decisions that you wouldn't normally. Don't rush possessions. Be smart with the basketball. Take care of the basketball. Get across the timeline, set something up.
Ben Wagar checked in. He checked in for Andrew Leeper. Well, 16-point lead for Hope. This is the biggest it's been in a few minutes here in the second half. Here's Sheffy, kick out. Rextender, good ball moving here on this possession from Adrian. Here's Price working on Warman. Price so strong and able to finish there. Foul on Warman. Price hung in the air and was able to knock that one in. 18 points for De'Avion Price.
He's had a great game. I don't. In my impression, it looks like he is a little bit more comfortable driving than he is just setting up for an outside shot.
Well, we're going to have a full timeout here. Adrian coach, Tim Kaiser calls that timeout. About 6 minutes left here in half number 2. Hope leads by 14.
In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Welcome back to the Voss Fieldhouse. As we said at the top of the broadcast, two MIAA teams that are really just trying to find their footing, find their identity here early in the conference season. And for Hope, they've been able to find their footing here in the second half after a really nice finish to half number 1. Second half has been hovering anywhere between 8 and 16 to 18 points. 14-point lead for Hope right now with about 6.5 remaining. Here's Price at the free throw line. Star sophomore guard for Adrian. Couldn't knock that one in. He has 18 on the evening. And here comes Dykehouse. You have to think Hope is going to be really intentional here offensively.
I'm sure that's what, during that full timeout, Coach Mitchell saying every possession, get a good shot, no reason to rush anything, but make sure you set something up that you like.
Thomas weaving through the defense.
I like
great
that
take
look
by Evan Thomas, so strong.
It's a great look by E.T. E.T. does what E.T. does right there.
Really went right through the chest of his defender there. That was a strong move, able to hang in the air, give Hope the 16-point lead. Price to Sheffy. Sheffy on Warman. Sheffy, kick out try. This has been a good defensive trip from Hope. They have to finish it though. Sheffy, right hand, tried the tough leaner. Couldn't finish, and a nice block there. How about Ben Wagar, Johnny on the spot. Hope takes the possession.
Huge board there by Quillen. Quillen's presence really, I mean, even when he's not filling up the stat sheet, he does so much for us, for Hope. I mean, just by being able to have that presence down low, you can't leave him unchecked.
Yeah, his length inside is really important. Thomas tried the inside look. Bonus tipped away. It's going to stay Hope ball. 5 on the shot clock for Hope. They're looking inside to Thomas. He's guarded closely by Price. And that's going to be a foul. Oh, man, that's a tough call.
Wow.
And, yeah, if I was an Adrian fan, I'd be a little frustrated by that one. It looked like that was even after the shot clock had expired. So that's just an awkward play. Thomas falling away from about 20 feet. Shot clock goes, and I was really expecting them to call a shot clock violation. That's foul.
I'm giving credit to Coach Kaiser that he's not being even more outlandish. He let him know that it's a terrible call, but I mean that was well beyond the whistle. I mean that's a huge get for Hope. And that should be a turnover.
Yeah,
instead it's 2 points at the line.
Shot clock violations can be a play that builds momentum. So to take that momentum away from Adrian, that's tough for the Bulldogs. Here comes Sheffy. Adrian needs some offense quickly.
That might be the air that takes it out of the balloon for Adrian. Now with an 18-point lead, everything but insurmountable with 4.5 to play.
Here's Bellamy working on Quillen. Bellamy, oh my goodness, Bellamy rainbow shot.
I love that shot.
So difficult. That was awesome by Kendall Bellamy, knocks it in.
I love seeing, like Jokic does that really well when he gets down and then he just fades a little bit. It's like a little bit of a Dirk mix, but it's also able to just come up and over the basket off the block.
Yeah, great to see a big man with skills like that. Thomas kick out, Warman, corner triple. No good, but how about Gabe Quillen battling inside? He cleans up the mess and puts it in. Hope's largest lead of the game. They lead by 18, 70-52. Going to be a full timeout called by the Flying Dutchman, so we'll take a quick break. Under 4 minutes to play at DeVos Fieldhouse, 70-52, Flying Dutchman.
Back live here from DeVos Fieldhouse. Matt Wayner alongside Jordan George. 70-52. All but insurmountable for Adrian to come back. If you're Hope here with 4 to play, you just want to see them get some good possessions together, continue to remain efficient defensively. I mean, Adrian having a tough season this year. I just feel, Jordan, that they're really going to continue to struggle offensively with truly only one option.
Price lost his footing, hits the deck, and Hope will go the other way. It's going to be a foul there on number 4, Jonathan Duvall. See the replay. Yeah, Duvall was just riding Thomas, and it's going to be 5 on Jonathan Duvall, the junior from Wayne, Ohio.
Well, he came in, he had 0 points, 5 fouls. He did what he had to do for the team, and you respect that out of Duvall there. Not sure what the confusion is here.
Yeah, so whenever a player fouls out, the team of the player that fouled out is awarded basically a 30-second little mini timeout. So they just took a short break there, had a substitution check in. Thomas knocks in first free throw. It's been a nice night for Evan Thomas. 18 points for the senior from Okemos, Michigan. A guy who is, obviously going to be really pivotal for Hope in the MIAA season if Hope wants to have the success they're aiming to have. 2 for 2 for Thomas.
Anything like we said with this low-scoring game, or 72-52, I guess truly not that low-scoring for Hope, but both teams with 14 turnovers tonight. It's difficult to win games at this level when you're turning over the ball over 10 times a game.
Here's
like
Price.
So physical the game throughout.
Nice battle there. That was a battle between Crabtree and Cypher. Crabtree just checked into the game. That is Ethan Crabtree, another freshman. He's from Coldwater, Michigan. As we tick down towards 3 minutes left, not much left to do for Hope other than to ice this one away with smart offense. Leave action for Hope. They'll definitely milk this shot clock. 10 on the shot clock. Dykehouse out front. Pass inside to Quillen. That one was a little bit dangerous and tipped away. Rexsteiner, nice move by Josh Rexsteiner, the sophomore from Grand Blanc. 18-point lead for Hope, and you have to think Adrian's going to continue to trap here defensively and maybe run another guy at the ball. Looks like they'll stay straight up man-to-man. Crabtree to Thomas. Again, another long possession, 10 on the shot clock. Kick out, Crabtree. Left wing triple, that one's off.
Came in cold.
Yeah, tough to do. We're gonna get Thomas on that one as Victor Sheffy was really driving to the basket hard with his left hand. That's 4 on Evan Thomas.
We can see on the replay here to see, I mean, Evan thought it was a little bit of a hook on Sheffy, but I think it was his hand that got caught in there. I mean, you can see the offensive players are getting so much better at being able to take some of that room with a guy and be able to trap their hand in there to make it look like they're trying to dig at them.
Clayton Dykehouse gets a nice applause as he checks out. Number 11, Brady Swinehart has checked in, the senior captain from Ionia, Michigan. Bulldog legend, over 1,000 points in his high school career. Over to Quillen here. We got about 2 minutes remaining in this one. Here's Crabtree. Starters still in for the most part for both these squads. 10 on the shot clock for the Flying Dutchman.
Let it go again. Come on, big fella, let it fly.
Nice move by Quillen. They'll say he pushed off on that one. Elbow to the face, he just said at the scorer's table. So let's see. On the shot, yeah, I guess his elbow rose up and made contact with Victor Sheffy's face. A couple other substitutions here. Carson Sanders is going to check in, another freshman that has a bright future for the Flying Dutchman. We also have Zach Hawes. Sanders, freshman from Hanover Horton High School with really great basketball tradition in mid-Michigan, as well as Hawes, the sophomore from Hazlitt. Hawes actually went to Langsburg High School, where Greg Mitchell spent over 20 years as head coach before coming here to Hope. Nice pass into Swinehart there. And yeah, I'm gonna say that's a travel. A little bit of a bobble.
So applause for Quillen and ET as they come out of the ball game. 19 Evan ended up with, and then 8 for Quillen. Leading scorers here for Hope tonight. Thomas with 19, Werman with 12. Wagger with the 3 threes gave him 9, and then Quillen with 8. And don't forget TJ McKenzie, 3-point line. He ended up with 15. He hadn't played here in the last 6-7 minutes, but he did his work early and often to be able to be a big contributor in this Hope College victory.
Yeah, we said it before. I think the Hope Bigs all really stepped up. This is an Adrian team that didn't really have a traditional big. Quillen stepped up. Wagger had a nice game. Devin Cheney had a nice game. Cheney, the Batavia, Illinois native, neighbor of St. Charles, Illinois. Shout out. Got close to a minute left. Deep triple try there. That one was short by Seth Logan, the freshman from Fenton. Nice job there by 35 Lucas Schock, though.
I'm excited to see what Wagger develops into as a sophomore. I mean, he was playing a lot of Tanner's minutes. Tanner would have been a 20-plus minute guy in that starting role, and Wagger did a good job. I mean, he filled in. He hit a few open shots. If he can give you 8 to 9 a game, that's a huge benefit for Hope.
Crabtree thought he was maybe going to finish that one with a right-hand scoop shot. Hope leads by 14 here, taking down under a minute to play, probably last 2 possessions of the ball game. That's Reed Schilling, sophomore from Flushing. Nice job there by Crabtree to poke it away. And here comes Mims. Mims, nice floater. Number 22, Justice Mims, the freshman from Rochester Hills. Rainbow triple try there from Jake Schlesinger. And a nice pass inside. That was number 14, Reed Schilling. 11, Kean Ringley knocked that one in. Well, that's all she wrote here from DeVos Fieldhouse. This win puts Hope to 3-2 in the MIAA conference and 9-7 overall. Matt, overall takeaways from this one. Hope, 14-point victory over the Adrian Bulldogs. That makes it 2 in a row for the Flying Dutchman.
You got to be really happy that they held Adrian to 60 points. I think Coach Mitchell can be happy with feeling like Hope was able to string together 5-6 possessions in a row where they were very good defensively, and that's what he said at the beginning. I mean, it's one game at a time. And I think where they're at, I mean, at 9-7, for them to be in a spot to be able to go into the MIAA tournament and do damage and win it, they're going to have to be a one game at a time mentality. So let's see if they can get healthy and get to full strength. Huge to get this kind of win without 2 starters. Huge.
100% agree with you, Matt, in every way. Got a lot of experience for a lot of guys, and just nice to have wins under your belt. Winning is tough, and winning helps quite a bit with your squad. Well, taking a look at some replays here as we wrap this one up. It's an impressive game from Adrian's leading scorer, Diavion Price. He ended with 18, and in the end, Hope really came out and reestablished themselves in the second half here tonight. Well, that'll be all from DeVos Fieldhouse. Celebratory atmosphere here in the Fieldhouse on this Wednesday night. Hope wins in an MIAA matchup with Adrian, 74-60. For Matt Wayner, I'm Jordan George saying good night and go Hope.